strike, but that is the portion of the storm that we have been concerned with.
Tornado sirens once again
going off in Joplin. Those are definitely power flashes that we are seeing on the ground.
Welcome everyone to Season 1, Episode 3 of the HackleCast. Today's a more serious episode because we're going to be talking about the backstory of the Ef5 tornado. So what is an Ef5? That's what we're going to be discussing today. So let's go on and start the video with this introduction ending now. We all know what an Ef5 is. Look at these things. But for those who don't know what they are, here's what they are. EF means Enhanced Fujita. Now, what is the Enhanced Fujita? The Fujita Enhanced Fujita scales are more efficient ways to measure a tornado's strength. EF5 or F5 being the strongest on the scale. We've only had EF5s since 2007. Now, before 2007, we used the Fujita scale for tornado measurements. It was like this until one certain day. It was a normal day in Greensburg, Kansas. The atmosphere was unstable before the tornado had struck. There was low wind shear and the temperature was high. For the most part, it was relatively moist throughout the day. At 5 p.m., a supercell formed at the Texas northeastern panhandle and slowly tracked north to southwestern Kansas. It was 7 p.m. The supercell strengthened rapidly before entering Clark County, Kansas. So now, EF5s are most known for damages, like pure slab damages. Now, when I say slab, I mean the foundation of your house is the only thing that survives. One tornado, I can't remember which one it was, literally tore concrete out of the off the roads, tore the pavement up. So we're gonna have a quick brain break before we enter back into the show. So, in Greensburg in 2007, a supercell formed and was able to make the first ever EF5 rating, and they had to change the entire scale just to fit this thing's power, and they also, for other reasons, they had to change the scale. So in the next part of our video, we will be discussing what damages this thing did. At 7 p.m., the tornado touched down near Highway 183, south of Greensburg. At 8:45, the National Weather Service issued a tornado warning for southwestern Kiowa County, which includes Greensburg. For nearly 2 hours, the tornado strengthened as it moved towards Greensburg. At 9:03, disaster struck. The tornado was roughly 1.2 to 1.5 miles wide, with wind speeds over 200 miles per hour. That's terrifying. The tornado struck the city and immediately showed off its capabilities by leveling houses and destroying neighborhoods. After what seemed like forever, the tornado exited the town at 9:10 p.m. through the northeastern part of the town. The town was completely gone. Families forever scarred by the events. A total of 11 fatalities and an estimated 63 injuries. So, that was the 2007 Greensburg, Kansas EF5. The next part of our video will be the 2011 super outbreak. Now, this outbreak was through, I think, April, and it showed off it was nearly 100 tornadoes, and there were 6 EF5s, I think. I think there were about 6 EF5s. Now, these EF5s, they were pretty dangerous. We'll be starting off with the first one of these tornadoes soon after this brain break. Fast forward to 2011. Now, I'm only going to do a quick rundown of this. Think of Ragnarok, but with tornadoes. That's how bad this was. The most dangerous tornadoes were the Joplin, Missouri tornado. Now, this tornado, I showed a footage of it in the introduction. It was a monster that destroyed the entire town of Joplin, and it left some pretty terrible damages. It tore a fungus up from the ground that, when put into wounds, would cause it to spread rapidly and infect that wound. And people also reported seeing moth people in the tornado after the tornado that were guiding and protecting them. That's sort of scary. Now, the next tornado on this list, well, shoot, I'm gonna show you some footage of this tornado right here. Now I'll let the footage play out right now. It's terrifying. Now, the next tornado was the Tuscaloosa, Alabama Ef5. This tornado, I don't really know much about it. I just know it was another terrifyingly destructive tornado. It caused a lot of damages to Tuscaloosa, and it was a multi-vortex tornado, which means it had, at one point of its life, it had tendrils, separate tornadoes, funnels that would emerge from the tornado to help it feed on stuff. I'll show footage of it right here.
Okay, that is a tornado touching down, baby. Right there. Look at it. Look at it.
It really is. 20
Stay where we are. Look, pull up some so I can get this. Look at the tornado. Yeah, back up some. Back out in the parking lot.
And there were countless others. This was a breakthrough in meteorology for America. Sadly, there was a grand total of 324 deaths and around 3,100 injuries. $10 billion worth of damages was another price for America to pay. It was a truly sad time span for America. A lot of people lost their lives and families torn apart by the catastrophic level of damages that took place. We'll have a quick brain break, and we'll talk about something next. Now, to recap the 2011 super outbreak, all you need to know is there was a lot of tornadoes. About 6 of them were EF5s, and it was called the year of the EF5. Now, the meteorology that took place in this tornado, in this outbreak, was pretty scary. We could see a lot more. There's a lot of footages of the tornadoes there were a lot of footage of the tornadoes, and it was really a scary amount. It was a scary month, really. So with this brain break being over, we can get back to the final topic of the video. Had built up to this point, the break in the EF5 drought we've nearly had for 12 years. Now, at 11:02 p.m., a supercell formed 20 miles east of Enderlin near Lisbon, North Dakota. At 11:45, the storm matured and grew in strength. At 11:45, a tornado touched down southwest of Enderlin and grew into an EF5 in minutes. A tanker from a train was tossed 475 feet. Power lines mangled and farmsteads flattened. Some small homes were also destroyed. Sadly, 3 people lost their lives to the tornado. Now, before we end off this video, there is footage right here of this tornado. Now, I have never seen any tornado look this strange before. It was caught at night. There's no audio with the clip that I know of, but that's pretty scary, and it's traumatizing for people that got caught in this. Now, will we see any more of these monsters? I think we will. Maybe some of you that are watching this video will take it as a guide to just how terrifying our weather on this planet can be. Stay safe out there. This has been the HackleCast. Peace out.